Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the video. I'm Tara. I'm a registered nurse, health coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist. And I'm coming to you live today to chat with you guys a little bit about body composition. And I just realized with the air conditioner on, it may be a little bit hard to hear. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, sorry, I hope that's better. Talking to you guys a little bit about body composition, and I want to chat specifically about 4 different things to focus on, and specifically the order in which you need to get these things in place in order to maximize your results. I also want to mention that this is not the way that I coach. This is not the exact same way that I coach, because I can give you this information and there's 1 to 2% of people that are really able to take it and run with it. Once they have the information, they're able to implement it and do it. Most of the rest of us can't just do it that way. It's a different set of skills to know something versus being able to do something consistently. So even though this might be the order in which you go through things for body composition, there are a lot of other things that come into play when it comes to coaching my clients that we need to work on in order to have these things happen. So for example, I'll give you step 1, 2, 3, 4, but behind each of those steps, there's always other things to get in place for you to be able to do those things and do them consistently. You can't just do them for one day. Basically, your results are the average of what you do most of the time. So if you most of the time are eating in an energy deficit, you're going to be losing body fat. If most of the time you're eating in an energy surplus, you're going to be gaining body fat. If most of the time you're eating to maintenance, you're going to be staying about the same. So that's how it works, right? So here's the 4 things. Number 1 is energy balance. So energy, you can swap that word out with calories. I say calories sometimes. I don't love that because I think a lot of people are just super hyper focused on the calories and they think that they can't balance out their energy unless they're counting calories, which is not true. I don't count calories, and most of my clients don't either. You can certainly achieve the energy balance that you want to and hit the goals that you want to without actually counting and tracking calories. But overall, energy balance for your goals is going to be really important. And enter child number 1. What's up? What you need? All right. Hey Cheryl, thanks for joining. So, be careful with that. It's pretty full, okay? All right. So energy balance is number 1. And when I mean balance, it's not always balance. It might be that if you're looking to lose body fat, you actually have to be taking in slightly less than what you're using up. So in that case, what I mean by balance is, it's tilted a little bit in one direction where you are taking in most of your energy needs from food every day, and then you're supplementing the rest of it from the stored energy that you carry around on you, which we call body fat. And between those 2 things, you're fully nourished, you're getting everything that you need for your fuel, and you're also using up your body fat, so you're going through those body fat stores. For somebody who's looking to gain weight, gain muscle, their energy balance might actually be that they have to take in more calories, more energy than their body's using up. So they've got those extra building blocks left over to be able to work with and build with, okay? So number 1, the most important thing is overall energy when you're talking about body composition. So I'm not focusing on health in general here. Here, for today's purposes, I'm talking specifically about body composition. Say hi. Hi. All right, crazy man. Let me finish up. I don't want to keep him here forever, okay? So getting the energy balance under control, making it work for you in the direction you want it to go in is the most important stuff. You want me to hold you? Okay. But you gotta let me talk, okay? You right? You okay? Okay. Beyond that, so then some people will say, well, is a calorie, right? If I eat the same amount of calories of ice cream or broccoli, does it matter? Of course, for health, it matters. For body composition, though, it also matters. A lot of people think it doesn't. You just need to take in the amount of calories that you want, and if you're in an energy deficit, you'll lose body fat. Yes, but if you're not balancing things out properly, you actually will be eating through more of your muscle, than you want and not as much of your body fat. So there is a way, once you get the energy balance under control, I don't know what's going on over here, then you really want to take a look more at your macros. So macros are just 3 things: protein, carbs, and fat. That's what macros, they stand for macronutrients, meaning large nutrients. So we're not talking about the little nutrients like vitamins and minerals. Those are micronutrients. Macronutrients, big: protein, carbs, and fat, and that's it. So it is important. Again, you don't need to track it. You don't need to have the numbers exact. Some people like to, but you don't have to. If you know how to build your plate accordingly, which is something that I teach all my clients, then you can put together a meal. You can eyeball things. You can do it out in a restaurant. You can go anywhere and know that you're getting the balance that you need specifically for your body, because we don't all need the exact same amount of things. But protein then becomes even more important here. So step 1 is overall energy balance. Step 2 is macros, more specifically protein. Making sure that you have adequate protein so that your body doesn't want to break down its own muscle. So this way you're keeping your strength, you're keeping the definition, the lean look, and you're just going through your body fat instead of using up your muscles. Step number 3 is your fitness. So this is the style in which you work out. If you go for runs are great. They're good to add in as well, but if that's your only style of exercise, that's okay. But you're not going to be maybe achieving the goals that you want to. So you have to really consider what it is that you're going after, what are your goals, and then make sure you're matching these things to it, okay? So if somebody comes to me and says, I really want to be toned, I want muscle definition, and then they're doing step 1, the energy balance, step 2, the macros, they've got that dialed in, and then when it comes to their fitness, they're just going for runs or walks. Well, they're not matching, that fitness is not matching what they say that they want their goals to be. So for most people, whether they want to get stronger, they want to lose body fat, they want to get healthier, for most people, it's strength. Sorry.
I should look in here because
yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Okay.
Because then I'll be on
for most people, strength training, I mean, I'm going to actually say across the board, everybody, just because it's so good for longevity, for helping us age gracefully, for reducing pain, for posture. Strength training is really great for everything. So there's not many things that I'm going to say everybody should be doing, but strength training is one of those things that I think everybody should be doing, tailored towards their fitness level, of course. So the way in which you work out is number 3, okay? You want to lose body fat, you want to tone up, you want to get stronger, but you're just going for walks or runs. That's not going to cut it. So that's going to be step number 3, though. First, make sure you hit number 1. Do that consistently. Hit number 2, do that consistently. Then focus on the exercise portion. It'll only really work, this works best if you're actually doing it in this order. So don't just skip to the exercise portion if you don't have the other 2 under control. You won't see the results just from the exercise. And then number 4 is sleep. Adequate sleep, quality sleep, and the reason this matters specifically for body composition, because I know it matters for everything, but specifically for body composition, is that it helps our hormones get in check. It helps us to reduce cravings. When we don't sleep well, it's very hard for us to stick to the plan that we have for our nutrition. It's very hard to stick to the fitness plan as well, right? When we're not sleeping well, we don't have the energy and the desire to go and get in a nice workout. So sleep becomes really important. It helps us with our blood sugar to control that. So let's go over this again real quick. The 4 things you need to do in order, and let me know, reach out to me if you need help with any of these steps, because again, I said that each of these steps have a bunch of things underneath that you really need to look at before you can check off that you're doing this. So number 1 is make sure that you are matching the energy needs that you have for your goals, okay? Overall energy, overall calories. You're not eating more than you need to be eating. You're not eating less than you should be eating. You're matching what you need. Number 2, start taking a look at breaking it down and looking at the macronutrients. How is your overall balance? The protein, the veggies, the carbs, the fat. How are you breaking all of that down? Okay, macros are really just protein, carbs, and fat. Veggies fall under carbs, but most vegetables are actually very, very little carbs. But vegetables are good for us. So overall, how are you balancing out your plate? Number 3 is the manner in which you're exercising. Are you doing it consistently? Are you doing strength training? Strength training is that you're challenging your muscles. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how weak you are. But if something is challenging to you, then it is strength training for you. So for somebody, it might be really hard to curl 1 pound, a soup can, anything. If it's really hard to do that, and they do that over and over again, they're gonna get stronger. Okay. For somebody else, they might need, a boulder to lift up. The point is that they're matching it to what's challenging to them. Okay. So to a large extent, only they're going to know that. It should feel hard. And if it feels hard, then that's strength training. And then number 4 is your sleep, so that you can get your hormones, your blood sugar balanced out. You have a nice little period of time in which you're not eating. Your body's allowed to do all that cellular cleanup, and your cravings are down, and you have energy to stick to your nutrition and your fitness plan. So those are the 4 things in order. If you have any questions or you need any help with any of this, let me know. I'm obsessed with this stuff. So I'll talk to you guys about it all day long. I'm happy to answer any questions. Have a wonderful day. Bye.